Hi, my name is Wendy Kern, and I'm an LPGA teaching professional. Today I'd like to talk to you about stretching before you play a round of golf. It is so important for the health of your game as well as your endurance during the course of your round. So I'm going to start with the top of my head and neck and work my way down. So the first exercise I'd like to show you is with your neck. First of all, put your hand on top of the crown of your head and pull your chin toward your chest and hold that for 10 seconds. For sake of time, I'll come back up. And then you want to go side to side. To your right shoulder. Feel a good stretch. Maybe push your left shoulder down just a little bit to enhance that stretch. And then opposite hand on opposite side. Pull toward your left shoulder. Again, pushing your right shoulder down slightly to feel a good stretch along this part of your neck. Okay, that's just a really good start to get your head and neck ready for a golf swing. So the next thing you want to do is get your shoulders and your arms ready. So I'll start with a good tricep stretch. I'm going to take your arm like this, take your other hand behind your head and just push back gently. If you have shoulder issues, this may not be a good exercise for you. You just go at the pace you can. Push back gently, feel a nice pull. Never should feel pain, just a nice pull. And then the other arm, same thing, kind of touching your shoulder blades with your hand and push back. Okay, and then you want to do the back of your shoulder, and so you take your left arm straight out, point down towards the fairway, for example, and then just crook your other arm around your elbow again very gently and pull across your chest and back. You should feel a good stretch right there. Okay, other arm. Okay, the other one you may want to use actually a post because it's stationary and very easy to pull against, but you can use a golf club, and I'll go with this angle first. But what this is intended for is to stretch your back. So I'm going to go sideways here for a second so you can see. So I'm using a golf club to balance myself and push against. But you just want to stick your rear end out, keeping your back straight. And then maybe arch your back up a little bit and relax. Arch your back up a little bit and relax. You should feel a nice stretch through this part of your back. The other stretch for some back and shoulder issues, again, please be careful if you have shoulder issues, is to take the club behind your neck and across your shoulders and just do a gentle turning, leaving your feet pointing forward and just turning from your hips and your core. This is something, like I said, if you have shoulder issues, you may not be able to get that club back behind your shoulders, so maybe take it here just to get that turning sensation without this pull on your shoulders so much. If you can get it back here, though, it does incorporate a nice stretch behind with your shoulders as well. And then take the club over your head, and again, feet basically about hips width apart, and stretch, keeping everything straight. You just bend right from the waist. Hold that for a second. Other way. And then back slightly. Very careful if you have lower back issues not to push this, but it does open up that vertebrae to help get you stretched out. So do that a couple times. Okay, those are some very good beginnings to the shoulders and neck. Lastly, on the upper part of the body, you want to push your hand towards you like this. Stretch out that tendon right there on top of your arm. And go like that. Again, like you're going to give somebody a high five, pushing back toward your elbow. Do not do this to the point of pain, just a good stretch. Opposite hand, okay? Maybe do that a few times, okay? All right, so now we're going to talk about the lower body. A couple good stretches are one where you take your left leg, you cross it over your right, in front of your right, and then you just pop your hips out, bending from the waist. Other side. you should feel a really good stretch through here for that. So next, I would like you to stretch out your hamstrings, and you'll just want to grab a bench or a golf cart or something, and you'd want to put your leg up like this, and then bend towards your leg, feeling a nice stretch along the bottom of the back part of your leg. Now lastly, we're going to talk about stretching out your quads, which are the front muscle of your legs. And you may or may not be able to do this, just you can adapt it. You can either put your foot up against a golf cart like this, and just push back and against that muscle. If that's all the farther you can get. You can go with the same hand, grab your ankle, push the knee back, feeling a nice stretch. Or you can go with the opposite hand, like that, and again, feeling a nice stretch. Do that on both sides, and you also just want to loosen up your ankles. I can't really show this, but you just want to rotate your ankles a few times, getting your your ankles rather, ready to swing a golf club. Now lastly, we want to talk about stretching out the inside of our legs right here. So you spread your legs apart, a couple feet apart, probably more like 3 feet apart, and do a side lunge, again very gentle, into one leg, feeling a stretch on the leg that's straight. Other side, here. I want to emphasize stretching to the point of a stretch and not pain. So that should get you ready. If you do that every time before you play golf, you'll feel like you're a little bit more ready to swing a golf club. Have a great day.